Hello everybody, Crypto Cap here. Thanks for tuning in to part 1 of my special on Chan Chan. Part 2 coming up soon. It's all the interior and inside. You're going to like this. Tune in. Peace.
Welcome to Crypto Cap Travels. Cap is my name and travel is my game. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy. Peace and muchas gracias.
Hello everybody, Crypto Cap here. Today we are off to the ancient city of Chan Chan in northern Peru. Chan Chan, located on the Peruvian coast near present-day city of Trujillo, contains the ruins of the once grand city of Chan Chan. This city was the capital of the Chimu kingdom, which ruled a large swath of coastal Peru from 850 to 1470. At its peak, Chan Chan was the largest city in pre-Columbian America, spanning 20 square kilometers with an estimated population of 60,000. It was also the largest adobe city in the world at the time, and the sprawling maze of earthen architecture which still exists today stand testament to the marvelous engineering of the Chimu kingdom, which in the 1400s was centuries ahead of its time. As one of the few well-preserved traces of Chimu that we have left, the Chan Chan Archeological Site reveals the genius of this ancient kingdom. Chan Chan is the result of very rigorous and well-planned urban development called an absolute masterpiece of town planning by UNESCO. Chan Chan exhibits strict zoning, enforced class segregation. The focal points of the city were 9 large palace-like areas known as ciudadelas, which were decorated extravagantly and seemed to house nobility. The working class were apparently confined to small, almost apartment-like structures, which doubled as workshops, located around the ciudadelas. Farther from the central areas of the arid city, evidence can be found of an ambitious irrigation system drawing water from the nearby Mochi River, and even an attempt to construct a 50-mile-long canal to the distant Chicama River. Because of these structures and technologies, the Chimu Kingdom has been called the first true engineering society in the world. Truly the secret to Chan Chan was its irrigation and high water table. Chan Chan is in one of the most arid places on Earth. A really amazing place when you consider that the site is at 8 degrees latitude, which is practically on the equator, and yet it exhibits a year-round temperature in the 60s, high 60s, and water temperature in the low 60s. Like, this is just super, super cold for equatorial regions. The key to the Mochi, Chan Chan, Chimu civilization appears to be the irrigation system. There's lots of things that man of this time could not change, such as the weather, whether fishing was good or bad, and earthquakes, unpredictable. But one thing he had control over was his irrigation, was his water. There's lots of evidence to support that pre-Ice Age civilizations dating back 12,500 to 14,000 years, and possibly way farther, existed and initiated these grand projects of irrigation. And the Chimu and the Mochi merely built upon them. And this is quite likely, as all through the site we see different levels of construction and styles of construction the lower we go. in the construction. The foundations are often a totally different style of construction than the walls and structures above them. Today, the ruins of Chan Chan are in a precarious position. While impressive adobe architecture does not fare well after centuries of exposure to the elements, especially water. Chan Chan was constructed in and adapted to an arid coastal desert with little rainfall. In modern times, however, the city's remains are threatened by rising water tables and flash flooding as regional and global climate conditions change. The site's eroding earthen walls are less structurally sound as a result, making them more susceptible to damage from the earthquakes that are common along Peru's Pacific coast as well. Finally, as with many cultural sites in non-remote areas, Chan Chan has trouble dealing with looters and squatters, as well as fending off advancing urbanization and infrastructure from Trujillo. It's pretty obvious, like the Pan American Highway cuts right through this site. Obviously, I don't even know what to say about that. Yeah. And as far as looting and stuff, yeah, the site is just marked with potholes of ancient tomb raiders and treasure hunters searching for treasure. A little disturbing. While we were in this area, there was a 5.1 earthquake. We saw no damage, but earthquakes are common in this area. The planning of the largest earthen city of pre-Columbian America is an absolute masterpiece of town planning, rigorous zoning, differentiated use of inhabited space, and hierarchical construction illustrate a political and social ideal which has rarely been expressed with such clarity. Chan Chan bears a unique testimony and is the most representative city of the disappeared Chimu kingdom, where 11,000 years of cultural evolution in northern Peru are synthesized and expressed. The architectural ensemble uniquely integrated the symbolic and sacred architecture with technological knowledge and the adaptation to the native environment. So I just quoted that straight off the UNESCO site. And yeah, it nails it right on the head. So anyway, go to Chan Chan, everybody. Go to Chan Chan, check it out. It's a rad place. You're going to love it. Peace and love.